Cut my friends on Zoom. This and a work meeting, I a chat room. If I no outdoor event, then a room. The one they have the bus like balloons. Quarantine party. Quarantine party. Quarantine party. Quarantine party. Music is enough to help when you're going through the rough times. Know the meaning of times to make Babylon cramp your vibes. If you feel like make some nice and Babylon like the club we improvise. Nothing to do with singularity when we cell phone a synchronize. Quarantine party.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is the Entertainment Buzz.
hear me told ya.
Yo, yo, yo. What them say? Up to the buzz. We don't know. The buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the Entertainment Buzz. Further on in the buzz.
That is why they part of things. And them searching. Like what just on a clip them away.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes so good. Like a flag. Hear me now. So bout it. Dig it way.
Entertainment Buzz are the real thing, man. Sight.
And now, our feature presentation.
Yes, sir. We want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. When I say big up, of course, to our sponsor, big up to Thoma Vibes, distributors of Trangback Tonic Wine. Strengthen your back for make the attack.
Yeah, we want to say a very special hail to all our friends who are logging on, especially on our social media pages. So make sure to follow us on our social media pages. Instagram, IRIFM_JA. Twitter, IRI_FM. And on Facebook, it's simply IRIFM. What a night we got tonight. We got a very
What a night indeed.
we got a royal night tonight, boy. We got a royal night tonight. So we got Jesse Royal coming up, but we got a lot of hot topics also. I think one of the big things that was out there, we've been having so many conversations about it, would be the staging of Mochafest. And the so-called double standard that seems to be happening. Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Desmond McKenzie, says charges have been laid against members of the management of Rick's Cafe, which breached the COVID-19 protocols in hosting a Mochafest party at its premises in Western Jamaica. McKenzie, who was speaking at the post-cabinet press briefing this morning, said the charges were laid yesterday. And the minister said investigations revealed, among other things, that the entity was operating without the requisite place of amusement license. So that's a one strike this already. And he said the ministry has another location in the grill at his, they're aiming at it, and we'll be meeting with them soon. So I guess they've been told at one point, I think Rick's Cafe was told to close for 7 days.
They were.
They were told to close, and of course they also have to recertify with their COVID protocols and so on. What do you think of they putting the indictment down on Rick's Cafe versus the actual Mocha people?
Well, the interesting thing about that story, Bones, is that the names of the person or the charges and the offense were not revealed.
Yeah, that's true. It's not there.
So that's interesting. I mean, Beanie Man did his breach. A lot of persons didn't know of the actual event, but he was charged. It became public knowledge. Similarly with Bad Boy Trevor and so forth. So I don't see why the secrecy, and it is difficult even for persons to believe that there are no double standards.
Well, this is blatant signs of that. So the TPDCO withdrew the COVID-19 compliance certification with immediate effect from Rick's Cafe, noting that it would be have to go, through the recertification exercise and so on. So it's just.
And on the note of Mochafest, information just in.
Yes.
Mochafest week-long party series.
Going on again next year.
They are now accepting bookings for next year, for
And
2022.
And they were going to shell down the
For
place.
Jamaica.
Yeah, they were shell it down. Oh,
You
boy.
know, so
Yeah, we heard that they were going to be, and they're promoting, because obviously the event did very well here, as we could see in the videos. Just the protocols were breached in every way you could think of. And of course, there's another group of
Moodfest.
Moodfest. The organizers of Moodfest have filed a lawsuit now against Delano Severite, the government, and the government of Jamaica, and also the Grand Palladium. I think that was where they wanted to host.
The interesting thing about Moodfest, Bones, is that when we last checked, the event is still being advertised on their official website. So it is for a party in September, 4 nights, 5 days, international festival. The Grand Palladium, last week, they basically issued a statement saying that it dismissed claims that Moodfest would be held on the property.
Right. And of course, obviously there was conversations, because that's where they were having the party, between them and Palladium, and of course the government, or whoever. So so it's like an arrangement was made, but I guess what had happened with Mochafest now, everybody's now trying to distance themselves.
Really cautious and
from Moodfest. Yeah, it's tricky.
It is.
It is tricky. But let us see. And of course, it is saying that Moodfest is being promoted officially on their website, their official site. But the statement from Grand Palladium last Thursday, it dismissed claims that it would be held there. And tourism senior advisor and strategist Delano Severite on Twitter said Moodfest is also a scam. And I think that was one of the reasons he got sued
That
there.
triggered their reason for a lawsuit. But it should be interesting to see how this pans out. Will this be one of those situations where, they started out hot and heavy and all of a sudden, it just dies out and you hear nothing of it again because amends were made?
Let us see. And of course, entertainers react to so-called benefits from tourism. Members of the entertainment industry are reacting to a report in the media suggesting that the entertainment sector has benefited as tourism rebounds. According to the Minister of Tourism, Edmund Bartley, nearly $500 million has been paid out by the hotels to Jamaican musicians, Jamaican artists, Jamaican singers, and Jamaican bands to provide entertainment services for their guests.
And of course, entertainers within the industry, they have come forward, some of them actually, to say, okay, I have not received any monies. When was this? Where was this? But you also know that there are cabaret entertainers who are more than likely to be reaping during this time on especially the tourist sector.
Well, it did say right here to provide entertainment services for their guests. So so we see Beanie Man, Cecile, Statius, Mr. Lex, and Zaga are among the many industry players reacting across the social media platforms. On Instagram, Cecile wrote, me not earn 1 cent. That was one comment right there. And of course, Mr. Lex, the comment section asked, Pupa Jesus.
Then which industry me in a?
Well, it looked like him in the industry at TikTok. Right.
And then Beanie Man basically just used the laughing face emoji to confirm or to convey, his stance. But you see, if the government, if they're releasing information in that kind of way where it is not being put into context,
right,
you cannot blame members of the industry for coming out and speaking the way in which they're speaking out, because they know very well that it is within the cabaret circuit.
Right.
But that was not said initially.
Right. I got that impression from what I read, but they would probably just say, well, it's everybody and everybody should get something. And so we'll see if that works out the right way.
Or make it seem like the industry, like the entertainment sector, they have been on lockdown, but they're still earning.
Right.
And that is dishonest, no?
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Oh, boy. Spice. Woo. Dancehall Queen Spice says she is not competing against and would not be compared to other dancehall artists. The Love and Hip Hop album went live last evening to clear up speculation circulating on social media that there is tension brewing between herself and another female artist. This following a post made by her on June 1, 2021 regarding the number of views her song Go Down There has amassed in a rebuttal from the entertainer in question's manager. Now, while not calling any names during the live, Spice said on several occasions that she has been asking about collaborating with this so-called female artist. The Sheets DJ said she was willing to work with the artist at the center of the speculation, and they had a concept for a song, but was prevented from doing it by the artist manager. I wonder who that artist is. I think I know.
What do you make of this situation?
Them need to find things to go do. Then I have no problem. I don't know. What do you think?
Look, the pie is very big, and I think Spice did the right thing in that she just addressed the rumors or whatever it is that was out there circulating head on.
Right.
Just, to say, look, calling a spade, and, both women are doing their thing. And like I said, the pie is very big. Everybody can get a piece and feel full.
There's enough. I think that's
there
what
is more than enough.
But we're talking about a live that she was on. Well, we're going to go to a feature, Social Media Highs and Lows, with Shanice Williams and Tristan Wilson.
It's now time for social media highs and lows.
Girl, you know so what going on social media?
Yeah, girl, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's your social media highs and lows.
This and every Wednesday, we've got the online buzz.
I'm Tris.
And I'm Shanice. So now for the highs for this week. It was a record-breaking weekend here for us in Jamaica. 3 of our very own tore up the tracks. Shelly and Fraser Price, Brianna Williams, and Elaine Thompson made us even prouder to be Jamaicans. Shelly Ann lowered the women's 100-meter national record from 10.70 seconds to a whopping 10.63 seconds at the JAAA Olympic Destiny Series at the National Stadium on Saturday, making her the fastest woman alive. Brianna Williams broke her national junior under-20 record for the 3rd time in 5 days, and Elaine Thompson, she won both the 100 and 200 meter at the inaugural NACAC New Life Invitational in Miramar, Florida on Saturday. Since then, social media users have been sending messages of congratulations to all 3 athletes. The comment sections of the respective posts had fire emojis, trophies, and just pure positive energy. So congrats again to Shelly, Brianna, and Elaine. We are extremely proud of you ladies. And if you think about it now, we have the fastest man alive, the fastest woman alive, and an island full of record breakers. So them can't hold we again. We're gonna lead.
Right, true. So let's jump right into the lows for this week. The queen of dancehall, Spice, has finally set the record straight about what exactly caused the rift between her and Shenseea. With over 10,000 fans tuning into her shrimp and pasta dinner the other night, Spice was immediately asked will she and Shenseea do a collab. The question, though, evidently struck a nerve with the go down the DJ, who decided right there and then that she was finally going to put a stop to the questionnaire and tell her fans exactly why she and the Shenyang princess have not yet done a collab. According to the Love and Hip Hop star, the big belly man makes she and her not do no song. Dancehall fans, though, quickly assumed that Spice was referring to Shensea's manager, Ramesh Major. She alleged that Ramesh went around trashing her name, and it eventually got back to her. Spice even said he would still act as if he supported her to her face, laughing with her, and even hugging her whenever they had an encounter. The dancehall veteran revealed that she and Ramesh actually have a past as business partners and that they would put on parties together. Spice and Shenseea were in talks to collaborate on a track, one that she referred to on her IG Live as a good idea that the Shenyang boss came up with. She explained that she was really interested in doing the song, and they even sat and talked about it and started making plans, but it did not happen. It's alleged that it was Ramesh's fault, who got in between and effectively caused the song to never see the light of day. Spice Spice recalls that she and Shensia were more supportive of one another before Ramesh's meddling made things sour. First time me and the girl come out, remember me used to give her flowers and she used to give me my flowers. Is you going at the middle and spoil it? I saw you stay. You just love problem, she said with conviction. She went on to say that dancehall is driven by strife, war, and that some tend to constantly compete and compare in such a way that it would seem that they don't realize that one person's success is not another person's downfall.
So from our record-breaking weekend
to Gracie clearing the air, who do you think took social media this week?
Well, that's for another conversation. Check it before you click it, because once you hit send, you may be a social media high or low.
And that's your social media highs and lows. Catch us next Wednesday for What's Buzzing.
I'm Shanice.
And I'm Tris. Bye!
Okay, thank you very much. That's Shanice Williams and Trisan Wilson there with social media highs and low. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
The time brought to you by IRI FM is...
It is now 8:48 right here, Roots Rocking Reggae Radio, IRI FM. Hey, we got a discussion coming up. What do you think? Government proposes approved venues for entertainment events. They're long overdue, man. Sure.
Right, but well, we are waiting. On June 22, of course, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, he's set to announce the circumstances that will govern the reopening of the entertainment sector when he speaks in Parliament at that time. Of course, members of the entertainment industry bones, they have been eagerly anticipating the reopening, and now they have identified some potential venues and are saying that there are some structures or measures that will be put in place.
Right.
For example, having events at designated venues and restricting the number of patrons.
Yeah.
Do you foresee that this is something that can work, given the fact that a lot of Jamaicans are still not yet fully vaccinated and a lot of persons are against getting the vaccine, and which is their right?
Yeah, it is. I just believe that if a lot of people want to have some semblance of normalcy back in their life, they need to do what, it is showing that in other countries, the vaccines are working, people are reopening, and there's some normalcy coming back. You don't want to take the vaccine, that is your right, nobody can stop you, but you're going to have to also make sure that you protect yourself and do the right things. Now, when it comes to parties are a little difficult to control, because you are going to be having people, say you're going to have a party.
Consuming alcohol.
Right. And when that happens, inhibitions go through the window. And of course, rules are broken right then and there. So it can happen, but it is going to be a very big challenge to have that, in not breaking any rules then. Because if you have a regular party with no rules, and no pre-COVID and such wild stuff would go on. You can imagine you have a rule. Now, when COVID started when people had to be locked in for a year, people started to break rules just the same, because they were either fed up, the COVID fatigue, they're tired of it, whatever. So you have a chance now to go back to some semblance of normalcy, have a party, but you still have the rules in place there. I don't see them.
What do you make of persons who are of the impression that it is somewhat a tit for tat, like for a faster reopening, then people should consider getting vaccinated in order for that to be a probability? Do you foresee that it should have been conveyed in a different way, so it don't seem as if persons, this is just being thrust upon you, like you have to do this or else you can't get that?
That is a look also. There's even a situation, and a lot of these countries, not just Jamaica, they're having incentive drives. They're doing things for people to get vaccinated. Some places they're doing lotteries and $1 million things.
And lands.
And all of that. Down here, I hear the seniors, fully vaccinated seniors, are supposed to be able to benefit for some payout of some sort, 10,000 Jamaican dollars, I think it is. So there is a lot of things that people are trying to do, but to get people vaccinated. The thing is, though, it is your right if you do not want the vaccine. There are some people who really can't take the vaccines, because you have some people who have allergies and they really
and serious complications.
What do those people do? I mean,
and not only that too, but I think we also have to be careful with the narrative because if it is somebody's right to take or not to take the vaccine, you don't want persons who have decided that they're not going to take it to feel as if they are an outcast or to feel as if you have not been fully vaccinated, you do not have the authority, the right, the privilege to have access to this event per se. But if you really look at it, how everything is being streamlined and structured, that is exactly where we're going.
It is very tricky. It's a very delicate balance because people want to see semblance of normalcy come back. People want to go back to how they were living, but you also have the right not to put these chemicals in your body. A lot of people are saying, look how we have so many conditions, 20, 30 years, and they can't find a vaccine for it. How this come up so quick? In about a year time, they found a vaccine that, where is a vaccine for cancer or HIV and these are things that we've had for many years.
Other ailments that we have not seen a cure for.
Right.
AIDS, as you mentioned, you have people today who are still dying as a result of having HIV/AIDS.
It is the strangest thing. They always have the medications on hand to take you to live normally once you're taking them, but you can't cure it. There's not a curing thing. HIV is now, the medications are so good for it that it is undetectable in your body. When you take a test, it is saying negative, but you stop taking that medication, the viral load
and
goes
it's about deterioration.
So why they can't cure it? If you can bring it to that level, they can find something to get rid of it.
And that is why sometimes some people feel the way how they feel as it relates to pharmaceutical companies.
Big pharma.
And just prefer to take the natural route. So, coming back to the core of the discussion, how will it work? Will people have to go around with to show their vaccine cards, to show that they're fully vaccinated to gain access to these events? For persons who have taken the liberty of ensuring that they're fully vaccinated and persons who have opted not to be vaccinated, what will happen when those people come together in a party? When you say you're limiting the number of patrons, how much is a reasonable number?
It's going to be to me, it is going to be tricky for the unvaccinated, because to me right now in America, if you are fully vaccinated, you can pretty much do your normal stuff. You can go without a mask. You can socialize. You can gather closely in a room.
But here is the problem with that, Bones.
Yeah.
In the United States, persons who are fully vaccinated and persons who are not vaccinated is not like you are being asked to show a card that you're fully vaccinated. So that process has not been implemented.
It's a merit system, so you have to be just honest, or that not gonna work.
Exactly. Either. So that in itself is not even like a structured thing. So
it's and you see, it is being politicized also. These vaccines have been politicized because when the COVID came in, the whole idea of wearing masks, they politicized that. It's my right, I don't need to cover my face, and so on so. But there is a public health crisis. Now, and there was a lot of fight over masks and people suffocating and those things. Now they have the vaccine that was supposed to be able for you to now not go with masks and probably get some sort of semblance and not make you get sick. And they politicized that also, saying that, it is some people not taking it because it's not because of their personal preference to not take it. Some of them are doing it politically. It's a political thing,
And also, Bones, how much pressure will be placed on promoters to ensure that you have the necessary protocols in place for your patrons' safety? Will this be a criteria? Can promoters truly ensure their patrons' safety in the venue? And what measures will they put in place to ensure that for somebody who is or is not vaccinated, how will it work?
There's never. It is just like birth control. It's not 100% foolproof. Something when go through the cracks. Now, the promoter can also do his best in terms of they give him certain guidelines to follow, and he does them. You sanitize, you have stations, you have whatever. But it's never, there's nothing foolproof. There's going to be something that happens. But I think whatever the guidelines are, with this, especially with the entertainment industry trying to do a phased reopening, the guidelines have to be very specific. They have to be very clear. And
what we can tell you now is that the ministry says that it is prepared to subsidize the cost of the venues to allow for events to take place. So let us see if, they're going to be walking this talk. June 22 is when we should get more information regarding the practicality of it. How will it work? Will the entertainment industry, is it something that they would want to go to? Can we truly put measures in place where a group don't feel as if they're an outcast?
I tell people that a lot of this is going to have to come down to personal responsibility. You're tired of getting locked up in your house. You want to go out. You want to have a good time. Do the right thing.
What is the right thing, Bones? Take the joke?
Well, no. Or if they have...
What is the right... What you saying to me, pal? What you saying to me?
What I'm saying to you is the protocols, whatever they say, in terms of... let us say you're not taking the vaccine. There are going to be protocols. You have to do certain things. Do the right thing. Obey those things. Make sure you social distance and your hand sanitize. And if it is required, you wear your mask. You do the right thing. That's all, basically. If you have the vaccine, well, do the right thing same way, right? But let us see what happens when the Prime Minister makes the announcement on the entertainment industry.
And so far we know that these venues include facilities at Independence Park and the Trelawney Stadium, the Port Royal Entertainment Zone, including Fort Rocky and Fort Charles, as well as Civil Heritage Park.
In St.
And more details, more information. We're not talking against it. We're not shooting it down, but we just want to understand the practicality of it.
Right.
How will it work? And that kind of thing.
Well, what we're going to do right now, I needed a breather. So we're going to go to the movies right now. So we're going to go to At the Movies with Maisha Brody.
Lights, camera, action. Hey, movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody. Jamaican actress Chantal Jackson is making big moves. She's expected to join the cast of a British-French crime drama television series Death in Paradise. In a post to its official Instagram account on Monday, Death in Paradise said cameras have started rolling on the 11th series of the show. It said Chantal Jackson will play ambitious young Sergeant Naomi Thomas, a new addition to the St. Marie Police Force. Jackson, in sharing the post, said she's elated to be joining the cast. We are gonna take it to them, she said. Jackson has been in the business for over 5 years and has appeared in the films Sprinter and Sugar and the film Yardie, directed by Idris Elba. Still on the movie scene, as the country takes steps back to some level of normalcy, movie lovers have received the green light to go out and enjoy their favorite shows once again. Yes, Palace Amusement has reopened its new Kingston Drive-In. It was reopened on Monday at 7 p.m. and is expected to be open through to Fridays. Palace Amusement advises, however, that its indoor cinemas, Carib 5 and the Sunshine Palace, remain closed until further notice. It's now time for this week's top 5 movies. At number 5, we have Army of the Dead. At number 4 this week is Without Remorse. The series Run the World takes the number 3 spot. At number 2, we have Wrath of Man. And in the number 1 spot this week is Cruella. If you love great movies and series, go ahead and add these to your watch list. And if you're venturing outdoors to cinemas to watch some of these and more, don't forget that safety is important. So here are some safety tips. Always wear a mask and sanitize hands regularly. That's a wrap. Join us next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
All right, so that was At the Movies with Maisha Brody. Thank you very much, Maisha. We're up for a break. We'll be right back.
The time brought to you by Irie FM is...
It is 2 minutes after 9 in the p.m. And of course, every week we have a beautiful opportunity for an artist to come on to tell us a little bit about themselves. And of course, this week our music artist, I hope I got this right, is
Amanyea.
Amanyea. Yeah.
Yes.
Amanyea.
Hey,
Welcome.
Swag Bucky Amanyea.
Right?
Tell us about that name.
A lot of our persons who are watching the Zoom, they're seeing your face and they're like, you know, she look familiar. Like I've seen her before dancing, choreographing. We've seen you on live stage shows and also in music videos. But this time around, you are in the spotlight, the artist pursuing your dancehall career. What actually prompted this move, Amanyea?
I loved music too long, and I decided that I have to get over my fear of wanting to do something new and scary and actually pursue something I wanted to do for too long. And I said, yo, but we just do it. We're ready now.
Well, I tell you something, Amanyea. You know what it is? When you're comfortable, there's no growth. So you did something scary, but guess what? You found a new zone. I wanted to find out.
Comfort is the perfect thing. It pushes you to do lots of other things that you never expect to do.
Definitely. But how would you best describe your style of music? If somebody should ask you, what kind of music you do? What would you tell them?
Hey, I do fun, funky, sexy, tomboyish, girlish, very Jamaican, very little but Talawa. I do a lot of things. That's my music. If I can explain it, I can't sit here and say, oh, it's reggae, it's dancehall, because it's so much, a lot of fusions happening because I dance. So I make music I can move to that. Anybody can move to. Not on purpose. It just happens. The dance mark the music for me, and that's how I write. That's how I feel. So that's my music.
It's varied, and you're not in a box. That's awesome. You do everything.
No. Being the daughter of the great renowned Jamaican artistic director, Dr. Lantonette Steins, did you feel compelled to pursue a artistic career then?
Actually, it was never forced.
Nice.
I have siblings. I have a brother that's a lawyer. It was never forced onto us, but you can't help it because that same brother that is a lawyer dances. He can sing. He can act. He did theater arts for his first degree at NYU. It's in us. We can't hide from it. We grew up in a very interesting space. I grew up touring at a very young age, and seeing the world where a lot of people never see the world like that at that age. So, no, I wouldn't say, that was my path. But just for I loved it so much that it happened to be my path,
Well, tell us a little bit about what you're promoting right now. Tell us about your song, Top Girl.
Top Girl, you top girl, I will not take no shots.
Hey.
Top Girl, hey.
Tell us about
Top Girl is about uplifting those women that think that they need someone or something to push them, and they don't. They need themselves.
Yes.
They need what's in here. I talk about there's done and you heard it, but it's more than that. It's more about your persona. It's more what you have within. It's about kindness as well. Top girls out there that feed somebody randomly on the road one day, the mothers, the caregivers, all those people are top girls. So that's for me. I needed to uplift myself in a moment in my life. So that song was made for my upliftment. But of course, your music is not for yourself, you know. You have to have people out there that can relate. So it's definitely for all the top girls out there.
I like that. But you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to hear that song. I would
Yeah?
love to hear Top Girl. You know what? I would love for you to introduce that song. We're gonna play it here in the studio, but in
Yeah,
your
ready.
but your style. I want you to introduce it to
Okay.
the world. So take it away.
This is your real top girl, Amanyea, and we are about to play Top Girl by me on Irie EBUZZ live right now. Run the track.
Right.
Hey.
Real top girl, I'ma not take no chat. I'ma put me on her bills, I'ma not beg no cash. I'ma have me on her things, me can defend that. Real top girl, I'ma not take no chat. Real top girl, I'ma not take no chat. I'ma put me on her bills, I'ma not beg no cash. I'ma have me on her things, me can defend that. Real top girl, you don't know. Nails done, I'ma hear it. Face done, I'ma face it. Been a wait round, me and I'm it. No, you don't know. Hey, who them I play with? When them little pipe and no pay bill. And when the water broke them a baby. Oh, you don't know. Real top girl, patch away from me and I eat that girl. Man, I give you grand, you don't need that girl. Money follow you, you not tree concern. Expensive girl, like Gucci, Prada, Fendi girl. Them can't touch your face with your Fenty girl. Money follow you, use a trendy. Real top girl, I'ma not take no chat. I'ma put me on her bills, I'ma not beg no cash. I'ma have me on her things, me can defend that. Real top girl, I'ma not take no chat. Real top girl, I'ma not take no chat.
And I'll lie, you're looking like a top girl in that song.
Hey, girl, you don't need that girl.
I need that girl.
We were actually looking at the video in here too, and we're like, wow, boy, every girl in that video is a top girl. No, sir.
Yeah, and they're all my friends. That is, I want to note that. I never hire. These are all people that are very special to me that did this video with me. And Rupshan shot it.
That's awesome. No, you actually did No Dibby Dibby, which is featured on DJ Sunshine's Gypsy Rhythm.
Yeah.
What was it like working with the Yellow Moon boss?
With the Yellow Moon boss, Sunshine.
Yes,
honestly, she's firing, and I love that about her because, you know, we're both fire signs as well. And she just gave me this opportunity, and I'm so grateful to her for it. And she gave me the freedom. You know, she never said, oh, you have to do this, you have to sing like this. And, you know, being a new artist, sometimes you kind of want to direct what we do, because sometimes we don't know what we are doing, you know, but she gave me the freedom and said, do your song. I did my song, she loved it, and no dibby dibby, that came out of it.
Well, you know, we realize that you are multifaceted. You do a lot of different things, and this is your musical career. What's some of the feedback that you've been getting since you started the singing, the DJing?
For me,
yeah,
it's been quite amazing because you know, sometimes you prepare for the negative. You know, it's like you say, all right,
me too. Yeah,
I'm just prepare myself, but I haven't gotten any negative energy or any negative feedback. People love the videos, people love the songs. When them see me perform, people love the performance. And I'm just so grateful that people are enjoying what I do. And sometimes it makes me tear up. And I say, wow, I'm actually doing this. And people like it. So
awesome.
So far with the songs that you have created, and you kind of alluded to it earlier, it does give you this jig, you know, like you want to move. Do you find out because you are a dancer and that's what you do and it is in your blood, like when you're creating something, this is what you think about?
Yes. So here's the problem. Because I'm a dancer first and a choreographer first, I choreograph the music first. So instead of hearing the words, if you play a beat for me, let's say a producer play a beat, I'm already dancing in my head. And when I start to write, it's almost like I'm writing to that beat.
Right.
So I write, no, dibby dibby, style, so it's like, you know, and my friends, Royal Blue Runkus worked on the track with me as well, and they know my style and know I want dance. So them carry on to that as well. Big up Blue, big up Runkus, other upcoming artists. And you know, I can't dance and music like this, which people don't understand.
Right.
And for me, it's very important to do this with them.
So the way you approach music is quite different from others because you choreograph the music first. And then you get into that part of it first. That's quite a unique way to do it. What are some of the things that you would like to achieve? You know, a lot of people set goals for themselves in their career. Are there things that you'd like to? Where do you see yourself going? And if there's anybody you'd like to collaborate with, who would you work with?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things I want to achieve, and with this whole pandemic going on too, it's like what's next, you know? But I definitely want to travel, and meaning I want my music to travel. Let's say I don't travel, but I really want my music to get out there and get across that ocean. I want to work with so many people. I want to work with female artists down here, you know?
Right.
I want to work with TJ, Massacre. I want to work with female artists abroad, Saweetie, and Doja Cat is one of my favorite artists right now.
Right.
And I just see myself, I love Jamaica and that's most important to me, but I also see myself in an international space, and I'm hoping for that.
Well,
as you mentioned, the pandemic, Amanyea, you're one of the entertainers that's getting your big break during COVID-19, which means that, you know, it is good and it also bad in a way where you don't have that privilege of performing live to an audience. Are you concentrating on, you know, your live performances? Because dancing and not singing is different from wanting to dance and having to deliver the song as well. Is this something that you are placing great emphasis on as we look towards a slowed reopening?
I am hoping to. I am trying to practice as well and grow as well, because I don't want to just dash out there and then, you know. So I'm hoping for that. And, you know, I haven't gotten an opportunity to perform as much as an artist would usually just starting, but I appreciate the time we're in, and I appreciate this type of connection. It's a hard type, you know, trying to connect to people through a phone or a laptop, but you know, because of it, we've used it and figured out different creative ways to connect to people,
right?
Because we can't be right there. So I just feel like my creativity is coming out a lot more too, because I'm improvising and working with the time.
Well, you know, this pandemic has had to make people really energize their creative juices and figure out how to do things, because you're thrusted into a situation. Now, with everything in life, there has to be a balance. So I want to find out, how do you balance? In your spare time, apart from music, what do you like to do?
Oh, wow. I like music in my spare time.
So music is your spare time?
A joke. I am a nerd. TikTok. I'm going to tell you now that I am a nerd. I also went to University of Miami and I studied engineering and public relations. I love to read. I read in my spare time. That might be strange for most millennials, but I'm a reader. I read no fluff. I like to read. I like to research. I'm one of those that watch the long documentary.
Me too. Yeah, love them.
Yeah, right. I am that person.
Yeah.
Okay. No, your mom would have had a wealth of experience in the entertainment industry, of course, a different side of it. What advice did she give you as, you know, you actively pursuing your career now as a dancer artist?
Have tunnel vision, you know, focus on you and don't get distracted by other people, because both spaces may be different, but it's similar in the competitive nature. It's very congested, and it's a lot of talented people in that one space, you know, for dance as well. But focus on you, focus on getting better for you, and you know, don't let anybody else. You look at that person and bad mind of a go on, you know. You have to focus on yourself, get yourself better, and just, you know, be grateful that person is doing well, as you know, as you, or better, look up to them, but focus. And that's some great advice she gave me. She also gave me some performance skills advice because she can't help herself.
Right.
Been doing that for years, So yeah, a lot of advice.
Amanyea,
But
one of the
that's
questions.
me.
One of the questions I wanted to ask you is that we're getting out of time, but we wanted to find out whose management and social media handles so that people can get to you if they want to. So tell us how your fans can get to you on social media.
So my name right there, Amanyea. I am Amani on everything, Spotify, social media, everything, single thing. And you can also link up Solid Agency or Delicious Vinyl Island, and you can reach me like that as well.
Of course. All right.
We wish you all the best, Amanyea. You're a breath of fresh air. Keep this positive energy and aura and just do your thing with fun and grace. Love it.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for having me.
Keep shining, darling. Keep shining.
Thank you.
Blessings.
All right.
Blessings.
That's our music artist, Amanyea.
Oh, yeah. And of course, we now head to Fashion Forward. What's popping with Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop.
It's Fashion Forward, a weekly look into what's popping,
what's hot and what's not,
hip and trendy. It's the space for all things fashion. Summer is here, and sneakers are the perfect summer gear. The latest trend in sneakers allows you to spruce up your sneaker by incorporating a pair of socks into your look. This will definitely give you a boost. Gone are the days when you had to worry about your ankle sock showing, riding down the back of your shoe, and rolling up under your foot. No, your socks can show. And not just any old pair, most definitely crew socks. These are taller than ankle socks and are often worn around the mid-calf. Lollipop, tell us how ladies can rock this look.
Alright, ladies, me I show you now if you turn up your thing for the summer right now. There are many ways you can rock this look. You can wear it with a pair of biker shorts or an oversized tee, a jean shorts or a jean skirt with a nice crop top, or your sneakers and socks with a mini dress. I don't think they are wear for the summer right now. Just keep it skimpy, make sure the shorts them well short.
As for the men, just rock a pair of crew socks with a sneaker. A tip though, ensure that the sock and the sneaker are the same color. If not, ensure your sock is white. Again, it's different strokes for different folks. Whatever you prefer, once you look good. That's it for Fashion Forward this week. I'm Shamara.
And I'm DJ Lollipop, the party fanatic.
See you next week.
Thank you very much.
All
Fashion
right,
Forward.
Shamara and DJ Lollipop there.
We got a break. We'll be right back.
The time brought to you by Irie FM is...
It is 20 minutes after 9. And of course, we're very happy to have as our main guest tonight, a Bridget. Long time I don't see him, but the man looking younger and younger every day. Big up Jesse Royal. Jesse.
Blessed love. Blessed love. And give thanks for those compliments, man.
Jesse, big up yourself. I call you the nephew of Bev Davis. Big up yourself.
All right, me not sure who that, but give thanks.
All right, no, Jesse, let's just jump right into it. And we know that you're gearing up for the release of your album, Royal, and you're really excited about it. How would you describe this body of work?
Yeah.
Well, one of the words that has been coming up so far is very honest and very vulnerable is really an expression of my experiences in the time period that we did create the body of work. You know what I mean? Sometimes in our genre, you almost rely on the topics that people are already expecting.
Right.
But as you listen to this body of work, you can hear a whole different, first of all, some different sonics, but then also some different conversations. One of my favorite songs on this project is literally a poem to my daughters, you know? And the hook goes something like, I'm saying, when daddy's not home and you feel alone, don't get too lonely, you know, Jah love surround me. When I'm not around and you feel alone, just remember that I am the silence in the absence of sound. Awesome. You know, and them type of honest conversations that we'll try to have on the project, you know what I mean? Because I feel like it's just a nice time for you to create, you know, and with everybody listening to everything, I feel like is
Opportune
a good
time.
thing in a way, you know what I mean, because it opens up people's palettes, you know what I mean, and it allow people to experience other people's expression in different ways, you know what I mean. We don't have to stick to one format we're creating concern, you know. So we're definitely excited for share the project, but I would describe it as just me, you know, like me and my experiences and my perspectives and the lessons I've learned and the blessings I've earned.
So this project, it's undiluted Jesse Royal. Are there any collabs, and who are some of the producers and people you worked on with this project?
Yeah, so there are definitely some collaborations,
Yeah.
deliberate collaborations.
Mm-hmm.
People who I'm not only a fan of, but also I really like the way how them communicate, you know, and the way how them talk to fit them people, you know what I mean. So we have, as you know, the great Vibes Cartel, probably the greatest lyricist and one of the greatest writers, one of the greatest writers the world has ever seen.
Yeah.
There's also Ronkos, a brother, very
Awesome.
creative individual.
Definitely.
You have Kumar, a Raging Fire, who is one of the wickedest voice them out of Jamaica also.
Yeah.
You have my brother Samori I, what he do a brilliant project with Rory Stone Love.
Right.
On wicked voice, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And Stone Boy, one of my brother them in a real life that we've always been reasoning about songs and just been fans of each other's work, and we finally get the opportunity for work together and we make it happen. You know what I mean? And for me, not even them time and them space and them stage of the career, you know what I mean, is almost like a duty to share the platform, you know what I mean, and expose people to as much of it as possible for them find somebody to fall in love with. You know what I mean? Cause
nice.
The genre need it, you know what I mean? The genre need more excitement, it need more people excited about things, and if we can get everything what we love on one tune, make we do it, you know? So I just them kind of mind frame them in it, you know, when we are create, and I got a whole heap of support from my brother them and my sister them, and for example, Sean Alaric, who produced the Land Order, or featuring Protege, we ended up working on a couple other songs together just because the vibe was that genuine, you know. And as we mentioned, Protege, we definitely have to send whole heap love and respect to Protege, because they're really like my brother from another. And we respect him musically, definitely, but me can tell you, say, is somebody who get up every day concerned about reggae music, concerned about the direction, concerned about our input, our impact, and is somebody who did help say, hey, Royal, know what you're doing, you know? Members of the people need you, you know. So he's a brother who always hold in a high prestige, you know, and he definitely helped in terms of selecting some of these songs to, so shout out to Diggy Dan anyway him there, you know.
And when is the release date? It's coming out.
That you were very meticulous, Jesse, because earlier on when you spoke about the honest conversation, just being honest with yourself during the creation process, and I thought about Dirty Money that features Stone Boy, and you know, in it lines like, if education is key, why isn't it free? You know, like that kind of reason.
Yeah, it's simple things. It's like, we only see you when there's election, and you only care when you're the opposition. We only see you when election, from election done, we not see you no more. But if I know we afraid, I just remember say you gotta watch you. See? So if you don't even have no regard for the people, just remember who you kneel and pray to still watch you. So it's a whole concept, and if you listen to the groove of the rhythm, it is something completely left field. If you just listen to the beat, the message will fly over your head. But as me I said, them things are important because them sounds that inspire we too. You know what I mean? And all music belong to we. You see, as a black man in the earth, everything belong to we. I don't know any sound or any sort of creative energy sonically that don't sprout from us. So we're not gonna really make or allow people to limit our ability to experiment, you know what I mean, or limit our idea of expression, or limit the colors what we have to paint with. You dig? Because everything forward from we. So And just that, so you gotta hear them sound there from we because we respect the youth them over there. So just like how we want people to respect we respect other people too. It's a thing in our life. Just like how you think you're a song bad, somebody else song bad, you know? It's like how you think you're a big producer, next producer is a big producer. So we reach out to people, man, and we connect with people because, you know what I mean, once we check for you, man, we want to see how we can get in that boat and create, you know?
Heavy hitters is what I would call this. It's all a bunch of big heavy hitters on the album. Tell us a little about the release. Is it available or you have to pre-order? What's going on?
Yeah, so the pre-order link is available now. I want everybody to go and pre-order because we are showing them some things, you know, which is good. You know what I mean? Like we are shake up some little people feathers for our next course. You know what I mean? Because the thing kicking, you know what I mean? The thing firing and them need to know say we down here, sir. I take with music serious. We take with industry serious. We value ourselves. We value the products that we offer the world. We understand the importance of this genre. We understand what we supply the world with. And once we know ourselves, everybody else start get shaky. So that is the only conversation that needs to be had. Artists value themselves, know what the value of this thing I call reggae is, understand the brand that we have exporting, understand yourself so you can figure out how you fit in the picture. But yeah, the pre-order link is available now. The album will be out on June 11.
Nice.
We're doing a live performance, a live show in Miami on the 13th, which is Sunday. That we've been getting a real lovely reception on so far, and me not really performed to a crowd in a while. So excited is an understatement, you know.
Yeah. No, this is why Jesse Royal is dope. Not because his album Royal is coming out and it lyrical and everything royal about it, but recently you teamed up with the Digicel Foundation to assist the Haile Selassie High School. Talk to us a little bit about that project and what it entailed.
Yeah, so first of all, shout out to Digicel Foundation. Definitely proud to be a partner with such a caring organization. Like I tell people all the time, say working with Digicel don't even come in like work because them care as much as me care. So we're Haile Selassie High is concerned. I have a brother called Shaka Bars who is also a very inspirational individual, and him did take on some work down at Haile Selassie High with the help of some other individuals. I'm not really calling nobody name, but some work did start, and I had gotten on board and put up some of my own funds towards helping to, redevelop the space. Because His Majesty did come give it the land and the funds to set up the school. But because of what the school is and where the school is located, sometimes it's like them forgotten. But we understand, say, you can't really wait until the youth them turn 17 and 18. They are trying to lock them in a jail and hope, say, that I go help them see the light. So we are trying set up the space around the youth them, make the youth them start value themselves, see themselves as people who the society needs to be their best so that them can come be like, what do you call it, like productive citizens, you know what I mean? And set them up for feel remembered and not forgotten. You know what I mean? That is really and truly one of the big reasons why we're dead on their show with face to show them say, we value and we care about we are blessed enough to be able to bless others. So we are going to do what we can while we can with what we have. And Digicel came on board and basically say, anything we do, we are going to strengthen it times 10. See, and that they did. Them come on board and they are helping us now to expand even our plans. You know what I mean? We're now we have the ability to fix more rooms. We've done the math room, the reading room, the music room, and we have a couple other rooms where we are going to develop in the near future. As well as set up some Wi-Fi and set up some other little thing down there for that become a safe space down there. And as me I say, like a hub for the youth, them know say, this is our little paradise down here, and you can call it what you want, but we know say down here says whole heap of fruits are beer. You know what I mean? And we just want the youth them feel remembered, and that is only one project. I would definitely like to take this train here to some other schools and some other communities, but this is almost like just a test run to see how we can work together and a pilot to hopefully entice some other partners to see the importance of developing the society. You know what I mean? Because no matter wait until it reach your door,
You know, it's good to hear that you're doing such awesome work with Digicel. But in terms of you, Jesse, talk to us about the family. How the family, man? We realize family are grow.
Which is how it is supposed to go.
That's
See?
right.
Just multiply and replenish the earth, So
Yeah.
I'm definitely in a very blessed position. I have two beautiful daughters.
Yes.
I have a loving, supporting partner. And
Mm-hmm.
we just continue to go and grow and learn each other and learn what we need to be individually and then what we need to be to each other. And you don't know the parenting thing goes like you don't teach
Yeah.
children how to be children. It's like children teach you how to be parents.
That's true.
So we just go and learn as we go and not judge ourselves too hard. We make mistakes and we have arguments and we have all of them little things, but we just keep a little focus in mind and kind of overstand the bigger picture. And right now, we definitely need more powerful, strong black families. And here is one on the rise. We're going to show the youth themselves family is also important. And loving somebody don't mean you're soft. Loving somebody mean you're strong.
That's true.
For sure. But the beauty about this is that you don't only just care for your children, because through your Palace Picnic Foundation that was launched in 2019, you began a series of sessions called Circle Time that saw you going into the schools and reading to the children, Jamaican authors. How would you describe the impact and how did the children react to what you brought to them?
So first of all, the children loved it because these children really only see myself or other people that they love on TV or on a stage if they get the chance. So to be able to go in their classroom, read a book by a Jamaican author, not only show them the importance of reading, but to show them the things that make us who we are. Sometimes people disconnect the victory with the work that goes in. So me feel like we as black people and things like we don't have everything we need. Is like so for me right now I'm just up on a mission to remind the people of who they are, and like try to like unshackle some of them brain here, and get out of this I am a farmer slave mentality and preaching at the youth them head early say, yo, when I did some king and queen, so what and the need for be kingly, the need for be queenly, this is the order, this is how we do things, and as well as make the youth them say, well too. I'm not saying that I am, or any different than any man, but we just show the youth them say, yo, poverty does not belong to you. You do not need to own it up. It is not a badge of honor.
Not my friend.
The whole goal of this thing is to learn what we need to learn so we can start earn what we need to earn. When you learn the lessons, that is when they become blessings. You understand? And we want the youth them to know, say, like, change is a good thing, Like, sometimes as a people, like, there's this negative tone that is attached to change. And, we're going to try break down all of them things. They're like, growth is a good thing. Change is a good thing. It's nice to know what you know now, but hopefully tomorrow you learn something else or make you a better human being, or a sharper human being or a more ready human being to achieve whatever your goal is. Because some people want to make $100 million, some people want to score 100 goal, some people want to have 100 acre, but we're not really concerned about your dream or really the mentality we are trying to work on, so that even if the youth them in the classroom want to become a physical education teacher, we just want him to be the best physical education teacher he can be. And that is still a valued role in a society. We just try normalize yourself. As I said, you them only see we on stage, them are going to have as something unattainable or something that's not real. So it's nice to inspire them, but it's also nice to go there and make them see we and feel with energy and reason with them and talk to them and make them know, say, I am you and you are me,
Jesse, one of I'm telling you, you kind of preempted a question. We wanted to ask you, what do you do in your spare time? But it looked like your spare time full of doing a whole heap of things. If in between helping and making sure that people are making themselves better. But you're
look, a lot of people help me. Enough people not gonna say them things in their life, but a lot of people help me in ways that sometimes they don't even know. But me just know the feeling what me get when, when people give me the strength what I need. So we just try make as much people feel them little feeling it to quite nice, you know?
Because you're coming up to your first show in Florida
Yeah.
soon. But prior to this, there was no shows. There was a lockdown. How did Jesse Royal weather that whole year, or that whole year plus? How did you handle the pandemic?
We kept creating. We definitely tried to find more ways of reaching out and connecting. Because what me know still is, I say, a judge a run time. You see me? So, nothing not gonna last forever. So I'm not gonna tell you that I was one of those people who were worried or sitting down, back down, worrying about my future. Our future in the hands of the creator. When we tell them, so we're rich forever, it's not monetarily we attack. It's like ways, means, strategy, mentality. I will never suffer. Not because of what's happening around me, not because of who is beside me, not because of myself. You know, we're divinely designed, we're carefully crafted by the creator. So them time days just like a next time in a earth. So as me say, we just use them for what them good for. You know, you take some time, you do some more reading, you exercise, spend some time with your family. But you know what I mean, it don't make sense. You're there now. Los Angeles, I worry about what the weather is like in Australia, you know. Go and deal with LA.
Earlier you mentioned change, Jesse, and I couldn't help myself thinking about how the Grammy committee recently, they announced a change in their process by eliminating its secret committee, stating that members can only vote in areas that they are expert in. Now, do you think that this decision will make a huge difference per se in the nomination process for reggae and dancehall artists?
I don't know nothing. I just hope it does, you know, like in all honesty. Cause trust me, everybody's an expert, but what the hell does anybody know? You know, all me know says, hopefully they do the right thing, and like, you know, there's been many people who them say been snubbed and enough little thing or go on. Right. So hopefully decisions like this will kind of weed out the loose voters and just have people, as them say, who actually are knowledgeable about the genre, the artist, the impact that they're creating, because all of these things have to be factored in when you're going to decide what is the nomination worthy projects, you know?
Right. Then let's need to do the right thing. Yes, sir. True.
What's your affiliation with Jacana?
Okay, so for Jacana, I am one brand strategist, and also we have some shares, you know, but I am brand strategist in a Jacana, and to be honest, Jacana is not even a company that I work with. If I'm being honest, it is just a very honest set of individuals who have a profound love for Herb that were able to reignite that fire that I have for Herb and that love that I have for Herb. And in a reality, the Rastaman has been the fuel to this fire. The Rastaman been the person who has showed them the reality when it come on to Herb. So for me to be able to have the chance to impact the direction of Jamaica's herb, as well as somebody who, as you know, smoke herb all around the world, and I've been to farms all around the world. So I'm definitely somebody who can tell if we're heading in the right direction or not in terms of just flavor, texture,
quality control. You have
and
to,
what
yes.
and what we are provide. Because trust me, what's happening around the world sometimes are back in it did put Jamaica to shame one time. But now we're definitely catching up, and I am proud to see the products that we're literally forward out of the farm with. So and that's one point. But the next point is us working on something called originals, which is high grade quality herb.
Yes.
But we figured out a way to lower the price on it so that we could make it accessible to all. You know what I mean? Because we feel like herb is also an important ingredient in terms of just how we think as a society and how we move as a people. You know, so that was important to me. Like, I couldn't stand people who need a herb going to dispensaries and not being able to afford the herb. Right. You know what I mean? Because this is Jamaica. Let's be serious. Are you telling me that the citizens can't afford the herb. So that's why, as me I said, we stick with Jacana because we definitely first priority of the people, access of the high grade cannabis, and then second of all, just giving the people that like pride, what them give the world. You know what I mean? Like we have produced products where people can share and can post and can, be proud about when them friend them in California and wherever else in the world. I talk about the herb, but them are produce over there, So we are do this thing step by step, but it's a loving set of people, I must say, and more than that is a group of people who care about herb. You know what I mean? Like really care about herb. I think making money is probably like ninth on the list right now. Probably a couple of years from now we'll think about that. But right now, the most important thing is just access, as well as just making Jamaicans own up this thing here, as well as forcing the government to respect this resource. You know what I mean? And understand what a beautiful product we have. You know what I mean? You check the place them around the world were rich. All they did was respect their resource. So it is very crazy to me that we there in Jamaicans have all of these blessings and it's like we're still a run from them. You know what I mean? I don't know. But hey, that's why I'm not a politician.
I tell you something, Jesse. It is always good to have a conversation with you. We haven't had one in a long time. Jesse, tell us a little bit about, for the folks who want to contact you. They hear the body of work. They want to link up with the Jesse Royal. Give us your social media handles, management, and so on.
Yeah, so if you want to reach out at all, it's Jesse Royal MGMT at gmail.com. That's JESSEROYAL1 MGMT at gmail.com. For Instagram and Twitter is Jesse Royal1, JESSEROYAL1. For Facebook is Jesse Royal fan page. And yeah, that's it. You just reach out and connect, man.
I like how you say face crook.
And then you face them, I take my lad.
True. We want to say thank you.
Before you leave us, Jesse, just remind us again, Royal, release date, how many tracks, and how can we pre-order?
All right, so Royal, my sophomore album, will be released on June 11th. Yep. That's this Friday. Yep. You can actually go on iTunes or any of them streaming platforms and pre-order right now. You know what I mean? I'm definitely encouraging everybody to go out there and pre-order. We'll be doing a show on Sunday. So if you are good there about, or if you know nobody what they're about, send them forward. We'll be down in Miami, in Wynwood. And yeah, you know what I mean? We're excited about this release. It's the sophomore project, and we're glad we're getting this amount of love, you know what I mean? And the reception has been lovely so far. So yeah, 11 tracks coming at your heartbreak.
Enough love, Jesse. Keep it
all
up
right,
and
Jesse,
bless the family.
The best. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Love and light all the time. See?
Yeah, man. Bless up the family. Respect every time. Jesse Royal talking to us here on the EBUZZ. Big up every time, Jesse.
I can tell you, I already feel like Royal is definitely going to be a gem. I have listened to some three tracks from the album already, and based on what he just outlined for us and the direction that it is going, it seemed to me like it will be a solid project.
Not only that, I mean, if we look at his body of work over time, kind of tells it too, that it gives you an idea of what kind of stuff he'll be coming with. And of course, he was always a solid performer, a solid artist, generally the full
Very
package.
conscious.
Very conscious. So Jesse Royal, wish you all the best with it.
Like we've said many times on this platform, Bones, what COVID has done too, it has provided that opportunity for a lot of entertainers to just slow down and take the time out to put their material together, not thinking about tour or not having to run X, Y, or Z, but just having time on their hands, literally, to put together something comprehensive, something detailed, and something worthwhile.
Big ups to Jesse Royal. We wish you all the best. We know the album, the numbers are going to be awesome when it is officially released. And of course, feel free to pre-order. The pre-order link is there on these streaming platforms. We're going to now go to the Irie FM Dancehall chart recap with DJ Brian and Courtney Mack.
This is the Guinness Dancehall Top 10 Countdown.
I wonder is who really are on dancehall. Who really have the number one song?
All the youths them want to know.
Who done dancehall?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah!
Coming in at number 10 for this week, Intense, featuring Governor, Public Enemy number 1.
Number 9, Sean Paul, Skillibeg, Massacre, Everest.
Number 8, Yaxter, Ambition.
Number 7, Different Type, Massacre.
Number 6, Nation Boss, Humans.
Real Dogs, Alkaline.
Number 4, Ragging King, Dancehall, Baddest Thing.
Number 3, Tentic, Roll Deep.
Number 2, Coyote, When Me Nice, So Me Guan.
Oh.
I wonder if them ready for the number 1 song for this week. There's a brand new number 1 for this week on the RFM Dancehall Top 10 Countdown. So the number 1 song for this week is Spice, Shaggy, Sean Paul. One called Get On There. Number 1.
Them want to wind them ways. Tell them forward in the ace. For the bang bang embrace, yeah.
Money low, she get it good from she rise. But put it on so good and make she shake all she ties. Smile on her face, but know she pleased with the size. Coming around to meet them, girl, I roll out them eyes. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there.
Wine for you. Sweat a drip off of me body, yeah. Oh, you full of crack and you can keep up with me energy. What a epic night of it, embedded like your memory. Little bubble up, it treat it like a felony.
What you gonna do when there is nobody that do it better than this reggae guy? I can do this every morning, every evening. I just bring it straight back to sunrise. Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there, why not go down there?
Big song or big song. The Guinness Top 10 charts is where it happens. Only big songs make this chart.
Dancehall can't stand. Dancehall, I mean everything.
Thank you very much. That was the IRFM Dancehall Chart recap with DJ Brian and, of course, Courtney Mack. We have a few minutes to spare, and I do believe we could take a few calls. So give us a call. Tell us what's going on with you. And, of course, we're getting ready for some sort of a phased reopening of our entertainment sector.
Right.
What will you do when it's open? How will you? Well, everybody we talk to, the first thing they want to do is go to a dance. That's why everybody.
And you know what, Bo, it's not just only that, but we see where COVID has changed the mindset, the thinking, the perception, just of a lot of persons. So not where will you go, but just how has COVID impacted your life?
It has actually turned a lot of people into introverts.
And influence you, because COVID has also birthed a lot of entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
Persons who were laid off just realized that they no longer have to be a 9-to-5er. They can start their own business.
We got a call
COVID
online.
have forced a lot of persons to tap into their creative genius.
Right. We do have a call online. Buzz through caller, you're live. Yes, caller, we're hearing you. The Peony Wally, them I make more noise than you, man. Hello?
Go on.
Where I say, man? I would have, you have a Peony Wally in the background. Peer beep, 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 right here. I drive, but you look like you're driving a reverse.
Okay.
You're driving a reverse, man. You carry a beep. All right, stop. Yes. Tell us, are you...
How has COVID influenced your mindset?
Yeah, put on your seatbelt. It's a beep.
And if you stop, make sure you stop at a safe space.
Yeah, but you have to try to get that noise out so we can hear you. So we can't hear the beep.
Yeah, no, COVID does teach me, say, at the end of the day, you have to just be clean and everything in how you do. Although we did done clean from day one, and just, yeah, and it teaches me, say, you have to put away something more, more than what you always have put away, because if you need to put away something right now, and the work for me, I don't see me, I don't know more than money to save me, because things really get real low, you see.
It taught you to save and to watch things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It taught a lot of people like that too. So it's really good. And tell us a little bit about how will you enjoy yourself when this entertainment industry is gradually opened up?
Oh gosh, first yes, more go with the live band. And then after that, I want to link up with all and 10 sound in our land,
Yes. That sound like a
Mom
right
on
thing.
easy a thing call.
Murder. Yes.
Yeah, man, I'm Froggy from out of Brownstone, out of Orange, you know,
Froggy.
everything.
Yeah, man. Big up Froggy, big up Brownstone. And anybody you want to big up Froggy before you leave us?
Yeah, man, one big up my mother who passed on my side of family, James and the Moody them.
Yeah.
One big up all of my passenger them who keep my pot bubbling. Yeah, big up DJ Dollar. Big up my security brethren in I care count of KC. Big up all I work at them out of KC.
Chin.
Big up the whole of Lower Buxton, Middle Buxton, Mirrors Buxton.
Yeah.
Every community in around Brownstone, CMA, Valley, CMA, you don't know anything. Upper Hills, Kearney, Clydesdale, Alva, the whole world. Yeah, Leon, big up Solid, the whole world, man. Yeah. Don't know anything already.
Froggy, we want to let you know that we appreciate you. Thank you for calling all the time and participating and keeping the program up and bubbling.
I'm a listener and I just hear me play stuff. I don't know no other number to call nobody else. I just hear
That's the only number you need.
Only number I need, man. Because it keep me, I keep me true, and I tell you the truth. I tell you last week, and I tell you now that without Irie, I don't know how it thing would happen right now.
True.
Well, big up Froggy and thank you for the love and support.
Enough love, Froggy.
Yeah,
Keep
man,
safe.
Big up everybody who work at Irie FM. Lollipop, my boss. Big up Mr. Nevers, Upper Charlton.
Yeah.
Top copy of Brownstone, yeah.
Big up Brownstone. Big up yourself, Froggy. Take care.
Big up the passenger them again, because they keep my pot bubbling.
Bubbling. Yes, sir.
All right, big up. No, Bones, you remember last week when TJ was on, he made reference to cutting his hair.
Yeah.
I mean, he came on and he was getting his hair done.
Right.
Well, he has
cut it off.
Cut it off. Yeah.
Okay.
Sporting his new look.
Well, that's good. Big up yourself, TJ. Your hair made news.
Just information just in. Big up our producer, Sandrika.
Yeah, just I tell you, boy, I tell you. Oh, boy. We have a caller online. Bust through caller. You're live. Yes. Man, you have to go say hello, you know. When you do that, you're frightened, you know, man. Sure. Yeah, go on, Sabah.
Welcome, caller.
Blessed.
May I pull up on the big station? May I make my vehicle loud too?
No, man, the vehicle sound like you want service, man. Want some island.
So tell us now, what lessons have you learned from COVID?
What lessons?
Yeah, during the pandemic.
We not learn yet because I trust this at teach we, you know. For say if COVID real and then if we can trust for one another and say if we can obey it, you know. As in following protocol also. You see?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because we know too much question and then if it come down to saving my life, do or die, the vaccine now, and the people have been questioning of it also, so, you know.
Yeah.
Either teach you, but also trust and unite, so. If we have to go do a thing to protect ourselves, we have to go do it, and we can't go back and next 20 year and forward, and we have to go approach it now with these things and say, oh, we're going to move forward. You know, me not paying a toll for my bag. Me, I got do the road that me like. Cassie, back up your bumper girl for my bones, I got the road tonight. Bang, 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 bang.
Why am I telling
Oh, wow.
Why am I telling me ears a ring, sir? Ears a ring.
All right, well, give thanks for calling.
Big up yourself every time. Yeah, man. So, well, we're getting almost out of time here. Let's see if we have another caller before we go.
You want to squeeze one more in the 4 minutes?
Yeah, we're going to see if we can call. We'll see if we can squeeze one final call before we get out of here. Reminding you, on top of the hour, we're going to have Muta Baruka. He's going to coming in with the cutting edge. That's going to be in a few minutes from now. So there's our caller. Buzz through caller. You're live.
Blessed night, DJ boy.
Blessed, how are you, sir?
Yeah, man. I'm there, man. I give thanks.
All right.
Yeah, man. Bless up. Big up.
Where are you calling from?
St. Elizabeth.
St. Bess, so you mean? Bless
Yeah,
up.
man, Caribbean district nearby Junction, that's how you see it.
That's where you are. All right. Tell us
What
a-
lessons would you say you have learned during the pandemic?
Really don't know, so we learn enough of things still, no, because I have to hold my meds and stay in and deal with the thing for the level still. I miss the party and stage show and them thing there, you see it. I mean, I like the Prime Minister to free back up them thing there right now, you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you learn discipline then, because, you know, if it's staying is some months of discipline.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know, you're not try where you go. Everywhere locked.
Outside.
Outside. Stand up outside.
Outside, we want to go now, you see it. A long time we're inside now.
St. Elizabeth, where you at now? Tell us, people doing the right things down there. People are trying to make sure they're staying safe. You see people masking up and social distancing and sanitizing. What you seeing?
Yeah, man, they do the whole of them things there, man. You
Good.
don't know.
Good.
Man, they hold the order, you see.
Right. It's very
All
important.
right.
They're not around the thing, you see.
Well,
Anybody you want to big up before you leave us?
Yeah, man, big up the Igla Bridge and Freddie. Seeing from Cheras, St. Elizabeth, I tell her, Kelly's Clarendon.
Right.
Right in front of the market in the highest. And the boss tell everything from St. Elizabeth. See, I'm a general, big up that bridge in every time, you see.
Seeing.
Yeah, man, big up Ras Amin from Brownstone, see him in my bridge. Jarrah, DJ, Soldier, the whole of them warrior there. See, because Brownstone, I'm a place, see him, you see it.
Seeing.
Yeah, man, I come go push to that from St. Elizabeth. Cheras district, you see it every
Right.
time. Yeah, man, I big up the whole IFM team, see him, you see it.
Big up
Give
yourself.
thanks to your station like IFM, you don't know.
Enough love.
All right. Big up and give thanks for calling.
Big up our friends in St. Elizabeth all the time. Thanks a lot. All right, so guess what? We're pretty much out of
2
time.
minutes.
We got two. Oh, man, when I said 10 o'clock. Whoops. Well, by the time we close, it's going to be that time. So guess what? We want to say a very special thanks to our sponsor. That's Thomo Vibes distributors of us as a strong back tonic wine, straighten your back to make the attack. Every time you hear that, Adam, you say, boy, oh,
And
boy.
big up, of course, to Jesse Royal and our music artist, Amanyea.
Thank you very much. And of course, we want to say special thanks to everyone who made the EBUZZ possible. Thanks to our team here. We want to say thanks to our producer, Sandrika Masters, technical operator, DJ Lollipop. Also, Nicholas Francis is here, ready.
Big up, Nick. Hey, Tricky.
Yes, Tricky. And of course, social media specialist, Peter Broadband.
Peter Broadband. Yeah.
Yes. Big up,
That's
Peter.
our time. Remember, Mutabaruka comes up next with The Cutting Edge. I'm Kishima Francis.
And I'm DJ Bones. Join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. We're out.